What's up, trying to get back to the video playing Do Not Take This Cat Home. Let's go. You're not having a great day as usual. Yeah, these past few years it's been trash, and now it's raining. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you feel like going out, when in the middle of your walk it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow, right? You turn to head home when... Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. It makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Or that and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. Maybe no one cares about the cat. Everything like that. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter that alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Alright. Finally, sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Huh? Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of his black fur. It puts its paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. So cute. And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before, but they're all like this one. It's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord? They look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Don't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? Cat doesn't answer you, obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. Alright, bro, I'll see you. I just wanted to look at you. With a sigh, you take a decisive step back. As cute as the cat is, you really can't afford to be taking in a pet on a whim. Rent's coming up soon and your job doesn't exactly leave you rolling in dough. You give the cat a sad nod. Alright, good luck out here, okay? Yeah, alright. You turn around and leave the cat in the alley behind. Rain's picking up. Time to head home. Alright, see, there you go. I always get the best endings. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll skip all that. I'll take him home this time. You know what? You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? You're all alone and well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stay together, right? At least for a little while. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow, but for now, just get you out of the rain, okay? I don't know, I think I'd like to just leaving it. Oh my god, what am I doing? Alright, you live in a modest apartment. One bedroom, one bathroom. One you living alone in it. That's fine. That's the best way to live. Even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. Oh, you take out a can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. Why do I have cat food and I didn't have a cat? I need answers. It looks at the plate of food and completely ignores it. Alright, yeah, don't eat then. You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's the cat after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? Cat rubs his body against your leg with the purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. Follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard thread, turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. Tomatoes like... Ow. Okay. You went as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Come on, bro. I could do better than this. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops onto the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just an... Watch as the cat starts to lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. Alright, bro. That's how you doing me? I took you in and you... Alright. And you ain't like check if I was okay? That's fine. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird. Was it though? Right? I'm not sure. Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. I don't know, somebody should test it out. Maybe I need to find a cat. Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside, not after all your efforts. You're going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. Exactly, come on now. The rest of the evening unfortunately goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers, cut with the bandage, the cat keeps trying to look at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich, while you're trying to watch TV, you gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. And bro, it's a cat, bro. Just, it won't be that difficult. Alright, bro. You shove it away with a little more force to some out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope you don't have many other options left other than toss the cat out in the rain. At finding the number of a local vet, you pick up paddling it. Lights just went out. Did I not pay my rent? Oh my god. Rain must have knocked out the power. You take your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. Bro, I could have charged my phone, bro. Quiet. Too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then why did the power go out? Look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. The cat's at the top of the digital clock staring at you. What's up, bro? Thinking now you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up. And going completely haywire. Cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. Not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking, it's not even breathing, but its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Its eyes hold you still, even with your flashlight trained on it. Its pupils are large. Oh, okay. Listen, come on, leave the light on at least, buddy. Come on. Ugh. Your eyes ain't there either, did you? Are we playing hide and seek? Come on, man. The cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. Silence punctuated with the rapid pumping of blood in your heart is overwritten as your ear slowly starts to pick up the sounds of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel if having the answers will make sense of everything that's happening, that order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. Maybe I just need to switch the bulbs. Come on now. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepares to pounce, but waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. You can talk! Right into your ear, right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out, not that you could even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action, but you're still weak from the fierce grip on your mind. Your legs single together under you in your haste and you fall to the ground. Ow. That hurt. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pulling underneath it. Bro, there's no way you just hit me with a knife. Wonder from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming in from outside. The light pours in your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, or what in regards to your inexplicably open doors screech to a halt. As your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife. It still sends a red from your earlier blunder, but that's not right. Wasn't it completely looked clean by the... You go dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on the living room floor to be stepped up. Okay, listen, how did you step on it? Was it how it was standing upright? Alright, bro. Instead of resting your cutting board in the kitchen where you left it. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. Alright, bro. What's up, man? Can I take you to the neighbors, man? I bet they blood tastes just as good. Come on now. Alright. And bend down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. The tension slowly begins to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths, discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness of your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in. Looking away at your kitchen knife once again completely clean. Then of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood. Golden eyes slide up to you, as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if it's just considering the act of pouncing forward. Bro, if you pounce forward, I'm gonna grab you by your neck. Alright? Go ahead and lick the floor up, but you're already on your feet and out of the door. You run or rather limp down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you, everything, except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the blood imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts, but you can't stop, you don't stop. Now when the shadows grow around you, now when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Now when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then you don't stop running, because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then when the road is behind you. Okay, wait, can I save here? Yeah, okay. I'll take the cat. Come here, buddy. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Oh. Well, good thing I saved right there. Okay, look behind you. Huh? Interesting. Okay, that was, I didn't get anything. You're walking, right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you've felt like going out. And you're actually glad you did. So it's absolutely perfect today. Maybe you're looking to find time to turn around. Tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You should even thought that you almost miss it. What was that? Curiosity got, okay, yeah. Softening this loosely out of scattered debris. Okay. A big cardboard box. Okay, what am I new you killed my previous me? Familiar, right? Or am I the same me? For a standard black cat to look after all, this one is sure is a cutie though. Just look, it's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. They're just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. Alright, I guess I'm taking you home again. What, you got some? Well, why not? Right? Okay, yeah, there you go, buddy. Quickly reach out your arms for the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs up onto your shoulders. Puts its head into your temple, nothing to sit. You can't but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Alright. On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food. But that would be a waste of time. You get the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. One you living alone in it. Yeah. Even if okay, yeah. Do something alone. Oh, wait. Okay. Do something alone or do something with the cat. Okay, I don't like how I'm breathing. Alright, what's up, bro? Like what? Let me pet the cat. It's not every day you have access to a cute, fluffy animal. What else is there to do but pet it to your heart's content? You sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call the cat over. Ah, there you go, see? Poor thing, you just want some attention, don't you? Alright, you carefully pet the cat, a rub behind an ear, a scratch under the chin, a smooth sweep along the back. You're petting the cat in your lap, enjoying the spawning time together. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. What you got to say? You're not quite ready to stop. You feel so calm, the repetitive action soothing your usually overworked mind. Bro, you better not be mad I'm petting you, bro. You keep petting. Alright, the cat leans away from your next head pat. It's trying to get out of your lap. No, you don't get a choice in this! When you scratch under this cat's chin, it bites at your finger. You might be bleeding, but it really... Okay, bro. But really, it barely hurts. More of a warning than anything. No, you staying right here. The cat struggles in your old. It's watching you closely. You don't get a choice in this. You keep petting the cat. Okay, ow, my fingers. Okay, that's a piece of my finger. That hurt. The cat bites off your finger. It hurts. I know. You're definitely bleeding now, but for some reason, you just can't stop. You don't know what it is. Its fur is so much softer than you realize. You'd think that it would be shining in the faint light of your living room, but it's as if the darkness of the cat's black coat is sucking in all the illumination around it, rendering it completely null. You're drawn to it. Like you're somehow holding a deep, dark abyss right into your lap. It seems calmer now, munching on your severed finger. Some between your thumb and middle finger is leaking. But you keep petting. You fret that your blood will ruin its fur, but the cat no longer seems to mind. Okay, time passes. It's dark out now. Soft as the fur is, your palm has started to feel raw and damp under the constant friction from your petting. You think faintly that maybe you've had enough. Aw, I should have kept petting it. Start to lift your hand from the cat when in a flash. Alright, buddy. That was uncalled for. That's my hand. Oh my god. He's been sharpening his claws. Your entire hand is separated from your wrist. It flops onto your side beside the cat. The cat's claws on its front paws glisten with crimson liquid. You don't feel it for a moment, but your body senses, anticipating the blood as you blankly watch the cat lick at the bloody palm of your severed hand. It hurts. It really hurts. It really hurts. Then the cat looks up at you and feel compelled to keep petting. You're reluctant, but you're also afraid of what will happen if you don't heed the call. What will you lose next if you try to resist again? You were hurt for your insistent petting earlier, and now you've been hurt for trying to stop. Defies all logic, but that's what scares you. There's no reasoning with such fickle whims. You feebly try to raise your uninjured hand to keep petting the cat, but it stiffens, golden eyes glinting dangerously. What you want me to use the stump, bro? Alright, here you go. Well, alright then. Raise your bleeding stump and resume your petting to the best of your ability. I'm getting fur in my wound. You're gonna fix this, right? And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you... Okay. Alright, buddy. I'm kicking this thing out. Can I... Okay, what else can I do with the cat? Let's feed him. You're getting... Yeah, I know. What do I got in here? I don't got much. Okay, again with you being on my counter. You find some things. Okay. A can of tuna. Meatloaf. What is this? You guys, there's a tightly sealed Tupperware on the bottom shelf of the fridge. You don't recognize it. A foul odor is leaking from the container. Whatever's inside can't be safe for human consumption. Alright, but you want it, alright. But the cat seems excited about it, practically salivating over it. Alright, take it, bro. Still, your caretaker there. You're the one who needs to decide. So you'll feed it. I mean, I need to get this out of my fridge, bro. It's about to start. It's stinking and stuff. Fine, I guess this is what you want. Okay, you open the container and... Yeah, girl, hurry up and eat it, man. You just barely managed to keep from throwing up. But just barely. Since it's overwhelming. Yeah, give me a minute. Bro, eat it out the can, bro. Come on, man. You got it. It's all you. You honestly can't understand what you're supposed to be looking at. Everything is just mashed together. What exactly everything consists of is a mystery you're more than happy to keep unsolved. Different shapes, different sizes, different textures. Not the color, though. All of it is the same color. The most unfortunate looking shade of gray you've ever seen. Here's it with the nauseatingly wet green film over the top. Am I supposed to warm it up, or you don't really know how to serve it? Any utensil or plate that touches it is getting thrown out immediately, no exceptions. The hands are going to be scrubbed with soap and hot water within an inch of their lives after this. Decide against putting this crap in your microwave. You doubt it would taste or smell any better warm. Yeah, bro, just eat it. Alright. Dives into the torso looking sludge, sniffing as it as if savoring the scent. You turn to the fridge and close it. You've lost your appetite. You're about to head to the bathroom to wash your hands for the next hour or so when... Ow. As a sharp pain... Alright. You catch yourself on the kitchen sink and look down to see the tip of your sock is... red. The red is still slowly spreading to the rest of your sock. Are you bleeding? You quickly reach down and pull off your sock to see the damage. Alright. Listen, I'm tired of losing fingers and toes and hands, alright? Just stuff left in its place. What did I step on? What's around here? Somebody step back as if it would help you get away from what you were seeing. The blood trail simply follows your movements. You have to call 911. Phone, where's the... Alright. What? Your tongue is... What's happening to me? Alright, you look slowly over at the fridge, completely unbothered by your suffering. Not bothering to try and stop the blood from dribbling out of your mouth. You keep watching in a daze as the cat happily chews at a gross piece of... Wait, that's... Look more closely at the mystery food in the cat's jaws. It looks vaguely familiar. It looks like... a tongue? Oh, before you can even think to do anything to stop it, the cat dives into the can's center again. Whoa, wait, how about I give you some... You grab to the floor, clutches your torso. You writhe around on the blood-streaked tiles, crying. Something inside you just... Okay. Whatever that was felt important. And now it's probably gone too. It hurts. It hurts so much. You try to reach up to the cat and the counter above you. Your vision blurs from the effort, from the pain, from your tears, from... Your eyes. Simply fall back. You're leaking blood all over. From all over. Your foot, your mouth, your insides, your eye sockets. You can feel your life fading away too. That's fine. It means not feeling the pain of losing another part of you then. Hopefully the cat will take its time eating your eyeballs. And give you time to just... You are what you eat? Okay. You know what? I dare you. Everything I do with this thing just ends up bad. Alright. You know what? How about we do this? How about I get you some tuna? Cats like tuna. Right? You put the frankly ominous container back in the fridge. The cat looks a little disappointed. Tough. You'll need to dispose of that weird whatever it is later. Open the tuna and spoon it onto a small saucer. You put the saucer on the kitchen counter next to the cat. You know that you could be encouraging it up there eat. But you figure it'll make up for electing not to feed it the toxic goo on it. The cat looks like it finds the tuna acceptable. You'll take it. Okay, yeah. As the cat digs into its meal, you go about heating up the meatloaf in the microwave. All of a sudden, during the time you hear, huh? You turn and see that the plate is completely empty. Well, that was quick. You need to pace yourself. Are you dying, bro? What the? You watch baffled as the cat continues to hiccup, causing little bubbles to flood out of its mouth. Okay, that's okay. You can process this. It's not completely out of the realm of what's possible, right? You know, maybe it ate some soap before it came here. I don't... The cat releases a final tiny bubble before yawning and laying down right there on the counter. Well, glad you enjoyed it. The bubbles haven't left the room or popped. They seem pretty resilient. Wait, what? What's that? One of the bubbles float closer to you. You see that there's actually something inside. A tiny, furry fish? This is just getting weirder and weirder. Still, you can't but marvel at the impossible wonder in front of you. You lift a hand. You extend a finger towards the bubble. Carefully press it against the surface. Okay. If one more thing bites me, the little fish inside lashes out, viciously sinking tiny fangs into your finger. It doesn't really hurt that much at first, but then... Okay, stop. Okay, pain starts to climb up from your fingers to the rest of your hand. Past your wrist. Could it be some kind of venom? You fling your arm around in an attempt to dislodge the fish, but... How about we squish it, huh? You accidentally knock your arm into several of the bubbles floating around you. More tiny, ravenous fish lash into your flesh. You summon back out of the pain and the sudden bout of dizziness only to bump into more bubbles. More fish digging their teeth into your back. It hurts. You're getting dizzy. You've got to get out. You deliriously try to stumble out of the kitchen. The entire room is filled with the deadly bubbles. By the time you collapse to the ground, you're absolutely covered in tiny, angry, biting fish. Your legs, your torso, your arms, your face. The pain is unbearable. You can feel it in your skin and your teeth and your eyes and your hair, and it's so consuming. You can't even feel yourself convulsing or crying. You don't black out. Your eyes are still rolling up into your skull when you gas out your last breath. Okay. No, that wasn't fun, cat bud. You know? I would have liked if you didn't do that. How about you just have some meatloaf? That should be better for you. A tuna sandwich for you and a leftover meatloaf for your feline guest. Listen, I am treating you well. Look at you get my meatloaf. Okay. You don't think you should be encouraging? Oh yeah, I know about all that. What? You turn around and see that the meatloaf has only one, maybe two bites taken out of it. But more alarmingly, it seems to be a red trail of something, leading away from where the cat had been sitting. And off the edge of the counter towards the living room is that blood? What do you jump at the strange sound coming from around the corner, further into your apartment. You attempt to still your nerves. Taking a breath, you walk around the counter to head into the living room. You step into something warm and wet and red. You resist the urge to vomit to step away from the trail of. You follow the trail into the living room and see that it leads into the hall. It's getting louder. It's definitely in the hall. Maybe it's just some sauce from the meatloaf, right? Come on. You hope whatever is in the hall can't. Your body shakes as you feel yourself step forward. Forward. And forward. And forward. You peek around the corner. Nothing. There's nothing there. What? You walk further into the hall and see that the trail leads all the way down to the end of it, but there's nothing there. You don't quite feel relief, but at least you feel something wet and warm drip onto your cheek, something very warm. Wrap your cheek and across it and pull it back to see your fingers covered in something. Okay. I can't see if you do that. You look up. See what can only be described as meat. Oh. The entire ceiling in the hallway is covered in a thick, undaunting, writhing layer of pulsing meat. At its center is a single glowing eyeball, frantically rolling around in every direction. Okay, listen, I'm gonna go back until this lands squarely. I'm gonna go back in the kitchen, alright? You try to take a step back, desperate to escape the hallway, to escape this thing, but... Okay. Before you can even scream, meaty tendrils shoot out and grab you. No! Let me go! Okay, they pull you up, and up. Oh, into a pair of slowly opening jaws. Okay, wait. I'm gonna get you somebody. Okay. Let's play. Poor thing was probably bored stiff sitting in that box all day, just watching crowds of people walking by them, ignoring them. You can't just leave them alone as soon as you're home. A little interspecies socializing won't kill you, right? Oh, you just want some attention, don't you? Want to play, huh? Okay then. Want to play? Okay. Let's look for some yarn. If every movie and cartoon involving cats, that you've watched since childhood is to be believed, then you can deduce with almost absolute certainty that cats freaking love yarn. Probably. Do I have some yarn? Okay, I got some yarn. You should just hand the ball over to the cat and supervising from the side, but that would defeat the idea of playing together, wouldn't it? Get off a decent length of string from the ball of the yarn and go back to the living room. I can, you can just have those. Don't look at me like that, bro. It's not asleep, but when it looks at you, you feel like you could doze off right then and there. You'll fix that. Strike a little, confident with your surprise. Look, it's red. I know you like red things. Doesn't this is you don't. Its posture has barely changed at all. Just a subtle shift of the head and ears, a slight tension in the shoulders, a sharpness in the gaze as it locks onto the yarn dangling an inch above the floor. The cat could still pass as being almost relaxed, calm, and yet the air is thick with its eagerness to lunge forward, waiting for the right moment to strike. Bro, it's not gonna move, bro. You can just go for it. It's okay. I'm afraid of what will happen once you make the first move. But it will be you who makes the first move. You take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and... there you go. The cat had lunged the instant you wiggled the yarn, but you're faster. Completely misses. Ooh, I thought he was gonna put his claws in my chest. Cat whips its head around at the sound. You're slightly taken aback at the intensity of its stare at on the yarn, but you persist. You lift the yarn again, encouragingly. And yes, maybe a little tauntingly. This time the cat anticipates the yarn's upward dodge and leaps up to swipe at it. But you're already one step ahead, puppeting the yarn to dance gracefully out of reach once more. Come on, you can do it. It's a little condescending, but you can't seem to help it. For some reason, it feels a little good knocking the feline down a peg or two. At least it seems to be enjoying itself. You hope anyway. You keep going. The cat's movements have gotten more aggressive. It must be getting frustrated. You could swear it nearly took a shot at your eye that last time. It had jumped so high and erratically. You've been keeping the yarn and constant motion. Alright, bro. I don't need to be this tired, man. Your wrists are starting to get tired. The cat doesn't seem to be losing any energy, though. It's like it's getting faster and faster. Alright, man. You can have the yarn. Your wrist finally cramps sharply, and you lose control of the yarn's motion as the tip of it brushes lightly against your stomach. Okay. Alright. Okay. Pain rips low across your torso, into your torso. Blood pours out of your mouth. In a daze, you look down to see blood blooming slowly along the bottom of your shirt around the tears of the fabric. You watch as the long rope of something pours out from under your shirt into a bloody heap on the floor at your feet. A single red streaked rope still hangs from you, connecting you to all that mess. Are those your... You comes to the ground and topple over onto your side. Your vision has gone blurry, but you can just make out the shape of something small and deep, inky black as it walks over and inspects your... Oh god, your intestines. Before it starts to giddily roll around in the mass of your bloody insides next to you. Alright, buddy, well, I hope you had a good time. Darkness falls over you. The cat sounds happy. Nonsensically, you wonder where the yarn has gone, but... Nonsensically, you wonder where the... but there's really no need for you to worry. The cat seems content with the next best thing. Alright. You saying get that yarn, though. You're trash, huh? I think I can turn this. Just tad. Okay, do something with the cat. Let's play a new game. How about a laser pointer? Right? You like that? It's like it's almost like a yarn, but you just can't touch it. You dig out your old laser pointer from your long gone dreaded days of group presentations in school. You flip it on, even after all the time the battery still works. You get a little kick out of aiming it at a mirror hanging in the living room so it reflects off the glass, making a little red dot appear on your knee. The cat cautiously walks over, stopping every few steps to cast a look of suspicion at you. When it finally reaches you, it lightly presses a paw on your knee, like it's trying to catch the dot of red light as casually as possible. You manage to hold back a chuckle, not that it really matters. The cat isn't paying attention to you at all, entirely focused on the light now resting on top of its paw. Move the light a little higher above your knee. The cat reacts immediately, trying to pin the light down, but in the next second, you've already moved it to the floor. The cat jerkily follows, attempting a more energetic pounce when you shift the red dot over here, over there, and over there. By the couch, on the couch. The cat might be ignoring you, but you're certainly enjoying yourself. It's been a while since you've laughed this much. You're laughing so much, in fact, that you accidentally shift the red dot onto a lamp beside the couch. In haste to get the light, the cat leaves, sending them both to the ground. Oh my god, you broke my lamp! Don't be mad at me that you're a bit of an idiot, alright? That's not my fault. Back hunches its head, whipping around back and forth as if it's in a panic. You quickly turn off the laser pointer and rush over. I'm so sorry, are you okay? Are you hurt? You reach down to pick up the cat and check if any injuries when... Okay. Listen, this one wasn't my fault. You ain't have to jump for it. It backs up and twitches away, making frantic half turns in various directions as if looking for something, or waiting for something to appear. Oh jeez, that really hurt you now. You hold the hand with the scratch close to your chest. It's bleeding, but it's not too big. You're more annoyed than anything, but... Immediately, your nose starts to bleed into concern. You watch the shock as the cat starts to run around, tearing the carpet, the sofa, your armchair. You want it to stop, but you're afraid of getting in the middle of its rampage. You consider calling a vet for advice on how to calm it down, but for some reason, feel like that wouldn't be a good idea. What happened to you, is it? An idea comes to you, or rather a realization. You grasp the laser pointer, aiming it safely away towards the floor in the middle of the living room, thinking, hoping, that the cat will calm down if it found what it was looking for. You turn on the laser pointer. Are you chill now? The cat's reaction is immediate. Okay, listen. You screwed up. In the span of mere seconds, you watch as the cat spies the red dot from its perch on the shredded armchair. Leaps high into the air. Oh, changes in the air. You're not following with the lamp this time. You know, good idea, buddy. But as you stare at the sight in front of you, the cat has somehow grown in size, eyes bulging and glowing, tail thrashing, teeth enlarged, bared and covered alarmingly in a bubbling froth. This cat has rabies. Ravenously trying to get out at the red dot, your hands are shaking. You don't know what to do. You feel trapped. You have to get away. Get it away from you. Let's just set the thing down, you know? And walk away. Just keep it on. The light moves with you. Instinctively, you flick the light away this way, and that the cat's stampeding after it. So fast. Running through the TV, breaking the couch in the half. You messing up my house, though, bro. Okay, you know, it's fine. Bulldozing through the wall to the hallway. A chance. You turn intending to bolt out of the door and never come back. But in your haste, you forget something. You forget several things. You forget the laser pointer gripped like a lifeline in your hand. You forget the mirror still miraculously hanging on the wall next to the hallway. The laser flicking off of it, putting a small glowing red dot on the back of your head. Okay, how about we, like, just move that, you know what I mean? Set it down so it's pointing somewhere else and, you know, head out. You forget that slot. Oh. I mean, just unlock it. It's not hard to unlock. Just one little twist. You didn't have a chance to turn around before the cat lunges all the way across the room at you. Ah. Oh, two of them? Okay. Three? Okay. You turn the shreds before you can even blink. Okay. You know, maybe that wasn't a good idea. Oh, am I cleaning them now? Okay, whatever. You realize that the cat isn't exactly clean. Not surprising since up until you brought it home, it's been sitting in a dirty old box. In an alley full of scattered garbage for who knows how long. You heard that cats, can killing themselves, but maybe this is one of those times that a little human help just couldn't hurt. You get into the bathroom and set things up, trying to remember how to wash the cat. You're definitely no expert, but you think the best way to get a cat clean would be quickly. Cats don't like water, you think, so a quick wash would be the way to go, right? A quick dunk here, a short rubbing there, then rinse and dry. The cat won't even know what hit it before everything's over. Beckoning the cat inside. It quickly scampers and cures of the newly available setting. You close the door so it won't be able to run out and make a mess of the apartment. Stealing yourself. Well, I don't know. Last time I was worried about the apartment, I ended up dying. You probably should have held it so it couldn't see the water. Did you? Okay. I scratched at your arm. You knew it wouldn't be happy about the water, but you didn't think it'd be this, still as mad as it will be at you for a little while. But you know this is for the best. Okay, that's two of them. A deep scratch under your bicep startled you. After making you drop the cat into the tub. Shoot, kitty. You're good. The cat doesn't reemerge hissing and yowling like you thought it would. You rush over and dunk your arms underneath the soapy surface, searching for the cat. What if it bumped its head and blacked out? It would drown. But you don't find the cat. Instead, what the? You watch as the water starts to darken. At first, you think it's just dirt from the cat and feel a little vindicated about your decision, but the water darkens further and further. It looks like you've filled your tub with black ink rather than water. It's like a gremlin cat? What is this? You just feel something tugging you from under the water. Try to pull away, but your arm won't budge. Okay, listen. We gotta anchor ourselves, alright? We gotta put some legs in it. Pull. You're dragged into the murky waters of the tub. You drag down and down further. Much further than it should be possible for your bathtub. You can't breathe. You think you can't see either, but as you draw your final breath, you think you see what has been pulling you down. Something resting deep, deep down below. Something waiting for you. Alright. It didn't like the bath, if you couldn't tell. Wasn't the best idea. Okay, hide and seek, yeah. You're not quite sure how this is going to work. Can a cat even understand the concept of a game? Let alone one with rules like hide and seek? Here, just pick up the cat, turn them away from you before hiding behind the armchair. You're almost certain that the cat must have turned and looked while you were hiding. Out of confusion, at least, if nothing else. Regardless, a few moments later, the cat cautiously peeks around the armchair at you, eyes curious. Go on, scoop it up, holding it out in front of you. You found me, you win. The cat looks confused but pleased at your praise. This time, you put it on the armchair so it can't see your hiding spot as easily. You dash over to the kitchen, hiding behind the counter. It takes a little longer this time for the cat to find you. This time when it does, it startles you by hopping down into your lap from the countertop above. You're rewarded with little scratches behind the ear and under the chin when it leans into your touch. Okay, why don't you give it a try? Here, go somewhere, alright? The cat following you. You make a show of covering your eyes and turning around. Okay. Okay, you turn around and see the cat is gone. Oh, you should catch on quick. There aren't that many places available in your apartment for someone your size to hide. But without the opposable, thumbs needed to open and close doors in the hall, the cat will have its limits too. Fair game. Okay, now where to look? Should I save this? I don't know. Let's try the hallway, still. You go around the corner into the hallway. Nothing, you're not sure what you were expecting with all the doors closed. Listen, it was worth the shot. Nothing? Oh, you're in the kitchen still. Grab a chair and check on top of the fridge. Just in case the cat. Nothing, you decide that's for the best. The kitchen is for making food, not playing games. Yeah, couldn't find the cat anywhere. You start to get a little worried when you hear a soft sound coming from the hall. You head to the hall and listen again. That sounded like it was coming from your bedroom, but go down the hall from your room and gingerly open the door. Oh, the cat trots out and runs around your legs and meowing insistently. It looks disappointed somehow, perhaps in your apparently subpar seeking skills, but it's got into your arms to look at your bedroom door. How'd you get into my room? You know the door was closed, right? Cat wiggles out of your hold and runs out of the hall. You follow it to see it sitting in the middle of the living room. Upon seeing you, the cat promptly turns around. Guess it wants to take its turn seeking. You're about to indulge it by hiding on the corner again when... Oh, okay, the lights did the power go out. Oh, man. This place, the power always goes out in this place. That's why it's so cheap. Hey, are you? What? For some reason, your heart starts beating faster. You consider going over to that. When you do, maybe I should just hide. Maybe that's the play. If that makes you feel like your life is in danger. You need to hide. Now. Oh my god, why is there so many options? Man, I'm just sitting down. Are you joking? You have the feeling the cat won't appreciate your lack of effort anyway. Yeah. Oh, come on, bro. You could have did it. Okay. I don't want to die in the bathroom. I'm gonna take one out of your book. Did I pick the closet? Oops. The door won't close because the heavy box is now blocking it after you squeeze inside. You try to move further, the cat might hear. That is, if it hasn't heard you already. This won't work. You need to hide somewhere else. Hurry. Okay, just the hall. There's nowhere to hide in the hall. Okay, I thought so. Bedroom? Okay, there you go. The sudden shift throughout the entire apartment, as if something can sense that you're as ready as you'll ever be, as if it can sense that you're ready to be hunted. A horrible chill runs down your spine as you realize that that's what this game has become. This isn't a simple game of hide and seek anymore. This is being hunted by a predator or prey. It never really mattered where you chose to hide, did it? As if in answer to your question, you hear a loud slam on the bedroom door. You manage to hold back from making a startled noise at the sound. It's unlocked. It's unlocked. You can come in. Tears fill your eyes as you cover your panting mouth with your shaking hands. It knows. It knows. Crying with your hands over your mouth, trying to smother the choked sounds leaking out of you. You slide down the wall at the back of your closet into a heap on the floor. You flinch harshly at the sound of the door being ripped off its hinges, followed by a loud crash against the wall on the other side of the room. But the door had been blown away. The silence that follows is almost too much to bear. You can't. A single sob escapes through your nose. You squeeze your eyes shut in defeat at how loud it sounds in the quiet of the room. Not much point in hiding it anymore. Anyway, is there? You simply put whatever energy you have left into silencing it for whatever. Even as you emotionally sit down, but you hear nothing. Then, something. Slides open the closet door. You've curled in on yourself, knees up, back curved outward or forward. Head down, mouth covered, eyes shut tight, so tight it hurts. You don't want to look. But that's what it's waiting for. Going to end you without this final act of cruelty, of making you look at it before it takes your life. So cruel. You just wanted this to be over, so you open your eyes. I don't know. Maybe I should have kept them closed. We can both wait, bro. Poke them. Come on, you see something glaring in at you from the darkness beyond the closet door. It looks disappointed. Listen, it's not my fault you got good senses, bro. Your shiny skills were just as subpar as your seeking skills. Okay, at least I was a disappointment. You know, perfect. I'm gonna do something alone. Let's clean the apartment. All right. You sweep the living room. You wipe the kitchen counter. Okay, you don't make your bed, but who actually does that anyway? Still, you notice that no matter how much you clean up, you keep finding more messes than when you started. Peek over at the cat. You suspect that it might be the culprit behind this mystery, but every time you wish to check on it or catch it in the act, you've always found it napping in the living room floor. You keep cleaning, but the cat or something keeps leaving more and more messes in its wake. Oh. Keep cleaning. You keep cleaning, but there's just more messes and more. And more. When you finally stop and look around you. See, was this necessary? You don't even recognize your home anymore. There's piles of junk everywhere. Do you even own this much stuff? You don't remember ever buying or receiving most of it. The piles tower over you. You feel claustrophobic. The stench of garbage is overwhelming, despite your hands feeling raw from all the cleaner fluid you've been using. Your eyes still burn from the bleach. You need some air. You need to get out of here. You hear a crash and see a teacup you're certain you don't own smashed on the floor. Bro, why are you see this one? This is uncalled for. You just gonna trash my house like this? But you don't even flinch at it as it shatters. Instead, he starts to chuckle. You're laughing. It's so hilarious. The tears start running down your face. I knew it was you. You did this, didn't you? You pick up the largest piece of ceramic from the broken teacups, didn't you? And throw it at the cat. The cat dodged. Alright, let me go ahead and kick you now. Come here. Don't get away, it's ways. It's falling. Falling towards you. You can't move, you're buried. Pile fell on top of you. Broken shards of fine china and sharp utensils are piercing your skin, your organs. Your bones feel loose and limp, crushed under the heavy appliances. Warm fluid pulls underneath you. With the last of your strength, you listen as the cat pats over to you before laying down and purring sleepily. Alright. You know what, buddy? Alright. Alright. I'm gonna catch you in the act this time. No, you know the cat's the culprit. You consider locking it up in the bathroom at least until you clean the rest of the apartment. But it just doesn't seem fair when you don't actually have any proof. Yeah, it does. I don't need proof of anything, alright? But But as with earlier, okay, you want to play Captain Let's Play. This time, you decide to lay a trap. One of your feline friend won't be able to resist. Okay. It's glistening by the time you're done. It's so clean, you drop kick anyone who even thought of eating off of it. The perfect trap for your little cleaning saboteur. Okay. If it really isn't the cat, maybe you'll give it a treat as an apology for your suspicions. The cat starts to shift. Its back that was rising and falling evenly moments ago is now rippling in small tremors like an agitated wave on a black sea. It's shuddering. It's bubbly. It's bulging. Uh, um, um, you're fairly certain that's not how cats give birth. More importantly, you watch cat number 2 shake itself off before leaping up onto the counter, rolling around on top of it and leaving fur and grime in its wake. Probably should have given it a bath earlier. Huh. But you don't seem capable of thinking beyond smaller observations. For example, though the hows and whys of what you're witnessing elude you, the more pertinent question that strikes you is that if the original cat is still sleeping, and the clone cat is busy making yet another mess, then where are all the other clones? Oh. Alright, what's up, guys? Suddenly the school cats look directly at you, go, oh. I was just leaving, you know, I got, like this week, I got somewhere to be. You know, the house is yours right now. You're not the only ones looking at you. You slowly turn around. That's a lot of you. Packed in the hall behind you, from the floor to the ceiling, is a living, breathing, writhing wall of cats, with clones, all piled on top of each other. The glowing golden eyes of every cat in the indulging wall of pure black fur. Every single eye is trained on you. Out of fear and sheer desperate need to distance yourself from the blight on reality and order, you take a single step back, guys. And in response, the wall just breaks. Alright. The cats all stampeding over you. It's all kind of cute. If their soft paws weren't hiding claws as sharp as knives, you try to protect yourself, but there's just too many of them. Blood leaks steadily from your scratches. You feel dizzy. With what little strength you have, you turn your head and watch as the cats tear through the carpet. Alright, knock over vases and lamps claw at the walls. It won't take forever to clean this up, you think. Maybe you'll tackle it all again later, right after you take a short nap. With an annoyed sigh, breathe a fast breath. Alright. That was more than double trouble, buddy. Let's watch a movie. Just, okay. See, your job is to just be annoying, isn't it? What else you have left are to sit on the floor or move the cat and reclaim your throne. I don't know. I mean, I can do that. Hey, you're moving. Move. Pick up the cat and place it on the floor. It's clearly upset with you. When you try to pet it as an apology, it dodges your hand and scampers away. Bro, this is my house. Move. Anybody in the string of pointless jump scares. Did the writers not know the meaning of the word subtle? And again, with you breaking stuff. Every time. The cat dashes between your legs from the hall. Playing the scene only makes you look guiltier, you know. What'd you do? You went to the bathroom. Just see all the stuff in your medicine cabinet scattered on the tiles. You sigh. At least none of it looks broken or damaged. Something definitely broke. I heard that. The door just closed. Did you bump it when you crouched down, or at least the cat can't come in and make more of a mess this way? Oh, the lights. Did you just replace the bulbs? They weren't faulty, were they? You never remember to hold on to your receipts for situations like these. Now you'll be able to get your money back. You stand up. You shake out your pain, couch and open your medicine cabinet. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Get back, slamming against the wall, covering your mouth. Look up, back up at the mirror. Nothing. Oh, bro. Sometimes I just be hallucinating, man. Jeez, you know, you saw something just now. You know you did, right? No. I was definitely, you know, I was hallucinating. I was hallucinating. Oh, you saw something? You definitely saw something. Okay, you definitely saw it then. If you not, what is it? No, God. This is, no. You shoot yourself with your arms in. Nothing again. You peek through your fingers and see. Just your usual hallway. You don't feel very good. You need to sit down. Be careful to make your way back to the dark living room. Try not to overwhelm your senses any more than you already have. Maybe you should watch something a little more lighthearted. Or just lie down instead. You don't know. It's a little hard to think. You just need to sit down. Stumbling forward, you reach your chair. But really, bro, I'm gonna drag you out that chair again. It's nothing at all. Just a cat sitting back in your chair again, looking up at you curiously. You're still moving out this chair, but it's enough. Your heart lurched so harshly out of a mixture of fear and anticipation that it completely gives out. Your eyes roll up into your skull. You feel yourself falling back. Okay. You're already dead before you even hit the ground. Okay. Alright. You know. Hello guys. I'm sorry. So sorry. I was just so tired of everything. Not you, never you. But I couldn't be the person you deserve. Couldn't ever hope to be. You were so amazing, smart, and talented, and independent. You shined. But in comparison, so stupid. So worthless. But when it approached me, it didn't tell me that it wanted me. It needed me. Maybe that's what I wanted all along. Wanting could be so fleeting, but to be needed. There's nothing I wouldn't give to have someone tell me that I mattered to them. That they needed me. Walking, right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad you did. Oh, yeah, again. Ah, I don't know. Did I press continue and not no, cause that part was different. All that was different. 1,000,000% it was different. Okay, yeah. Take you home. Come on, come with me. I don't know if I did. Hey, take a nap. You head to your room and get dressed in your pajamas before you decide to grab a glass of water from the kitchen. You head back to your room, ready for a much-needed nap. Whoa, only for the cat to race past you through the open door and jump on the middle of the bed. It takes its time kneading at the sheets before settling down and closing its eyes. Well, that was fast. You frowned thoughtfully. Now that your mind's on it, you find yourself really craving a nap in your own bed. There's no way you're settling for sleeping on the couch, certainly not the armchair. Which means you should... You know what? There you go. You smile. Sweet dreams. Feel like you slept for a long time. Feel warm weight on your back, but you don't... Okay. Oh, mystery solved then. You feel comfortable. You consider getting up, but as soon as the thought enters your mind fills with static and deep sense of disapproval. Alright, not yet then, okay? Cat jostled by your attempts at movement, he's painfully at your back before settling down again and falling back asleep. You fall back to number 2. It's not, you want to get up. Okay, claws looking to your back like a warning. Tomorrow then, right? It's morning, you'll be late for work, but the cat doesn't budge. Don't even try to get up this time. You just close your eyes and drift off again. It's the next day. Since the last, or has it been weeks? Or longer? You're not quite sure. You're hungry. You feel sore on your back, but also on your stomach, your arms, your face, everywhere. You can't remember your last meal. Last time you drank anything. You've been sleeping all this time. But you feel exhausted, more tired than you think you've ever felt in your life. Feels like a giant hand is pressing you into the bed. You can't remember the last time you even considered moving. But somehow you know that you need to go back to sleep anyway. Everything would be fine if you just go back to sleep. And then you're hallucinating when the cat finally stirs. It stretches before I run off your back. Oh, you don't open your eyes. You don't move. You're afraid you don't remember how. You're afraid that the static will return if you try. But you eventually do try. Did I do it? You try to prop yourself up on your arms. It's thinner than you've ever seen it. Thinner than you think should be possible. Okay. Well, it doesn't hurt in the slightest. As if even your nerves are dried up and become as useless as well as useless as you feel in general. How long have you been laying in bed? You don't have much time to think about it. Your failed attempt at sitting up sends you tumbling over the side. Okay. Ah. Your head rolls towards the door, letting you watch as the rest of your strewn body parts crack and crumble and turn to broken ruin as your consciousness begins to fade. Ah. That could you try to say, but you think your jaw might have snapped off earlier as well. Once after sensing your attention, the cat walks over to you. With your head, at least. You watch with the final consciousness, curling its body around you. Feels warm. Well, maybe another nap couldn't hurt. Okay. Well, that's in this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.